Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Cheryl Paul. Thank you so much guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm so much humbled and I really thank God for you guys. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, before we continue, please do that for me. Hit that button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be so happy, my friend, to see you in my channel. So today, as you can see from my title, I want to talk about very crucial person. For those who want to visit America, for those who want to be hosted in US, or for those who want to come here, I'm talking about host versus guest. So I'm talking about you and the person who will host you in US. So guys, welcome again. So let's go to the point now. One time I was hosted. So today I might talk more about my host, and I will share the most important things that I learned from my host, or I will tell you some of the very important things that you should consider from your host. So guys, as I told you back from my other videos, those who have watched my other video, if you have not done that, please, you'll go back and watch my videos back there, and you'll see how I shared about how we arrived in US. So when we arrived, we met our host already waiting for us at the airport. And remember, I told you guys that we missed one of our flight. But the good thing is, with the good people, the airport staffs, they called our host and they informed them that we missed our flight. Our flight will be delayed. So they already knew that we will be late. So we will arrive late than we were expected. And that was very good thing because we did not know where to start. Remember, already our phones were out of network, so we could not have called. But they already knew that we were arriving late. And so when we arrived, we found them already waiting for us before we even start asking ourselves, where do we start, or where do we go, or how do we look for them? They were already there. And we really thank God. We really thank God. Our host did a lot for us. So guys, from airport, we drove home and we were welcomed so well that we really had a good time. So the first day, I remember sometimes we used to say, mgeni siku ya kwanza. Yes, our first day as the guest. Now, remember, this is not even our country. Now we are in a foreign land. We don't know where to start. We don't know where to go. We don't know what they eat. But we were waiting to see where to start or where to go from our host. So the minute we arrived at their home, we were their guest. And so we were very much ready to follow the direction that we were told. That is one point. As long as you are going somewhere and you be hosted by somebody who know the place better than you do, please, my friend, follow the instruction. Follow what you are told, because that's what we did. So we were so happy to arrive at their home, and tulipokelewa vizuri. Ile mtu anasema tulipokelewa vizuri, hiyo ni Kiswahili. And we were so happy. So our host, a host is doing everything for you, and you don't know anything about the place that you have gone to, and you know nothing at all. Even if I was told to go to the shop, I don't know where to start. So I have to follow them to the shop, to the mall, everywhere, so that we can also learn. And remember, this relationship is not only for that day. It's going to last for a couple of years, or probably forever, because you will still need your host even when you move from their home. You will still need them because you have not learned enough. You will still need their guidance. You will still need them to direct you to some places, or maybe to other things that you did not know as you are learning or as you are being hosted. So make sure you follow what your host is telling you. So as I told you earlier, we took a lot of time. The reason being, we arrived during COVID. So you can imagine everything was locked and every place was locked. So we only depended with what our hosts know, either online or how they can help us. So the first thing, they look for our documents because they had not arrived. That was the help of our host. We don't have a laptop, we don't have anything. So we could only depend with them from what they are telling us or what they are showing us how to do it. So we could work things together until we reach to the point where we wanted. So now, remember, now we are hosted. Now the shelter belongs to the host. So everything is under one roof, and you and your family, if you have a family, mine was big, so we could actually we lived like one big family. So we were so happy and so much humbled for everything. So remember also, your host determines how fast you can start life in US, how fast you can start your life here. It's all depend with your host. So if you don't you don't concentrate with what your host is telling you, or how your host is you follow the guidance of your host, you will be lost, or you'll be left stranded because you know nothing. So unless they help you, you know nothing. So it's, you build that relationship. Yes, it was there because that's why they accepted to host you, because they really wanted you here. And so they cannot just leave you just like that. They want you to move on with your life and start your life here. Remember, now you are starting another life. It's just like you are starting a new life in US. So everything depends with how you are relating yourself. If you are told this is what we are going to do, or this is what you are this is where we are following, just do that. Because even your host is the one who determines. He has a lot of information. He has a lot of information for you. So he knows about the school, how to apply school. He knows about job, how to apply jobs. If you want to start a school, you can only depend with him. You can get all those information from your host. And let me tell you, they are good hosts. There are good hosts here in US. Mine was one of them, because when we arrived and it was COVID time and everything was like stagnant, nothing was moving, we could not do anything. They really moved very fast. We tried to look for our documents and we applied for them. And then we started with the school, our school, because the children had already closed school, but we had also to apply for their schools. So every application you need to do, you need your host guidelines. your host will guide you on everything. So that relationship is very important. It's very, very, very important. So he will provide everything for you. He will provide food. He will provide all the information that you need. You get it from your host. So sometimes people ask me, what do we carry? Like, what do we come with? Like, no, I don't expect you to come without clothes. For one, your host is providing everything. Also, carry some of your clothes with you. So you don't expect your host to come and start looking for clothes for you and something or this and that. Myself, I carried a lot of clothes. Yes, I carried a lot of clothes for me, my family, my kids, because I knew we are going to a new place. Yes, but of course we don't know where to start. So I was not expecting to go to shopping and start buying clothes. It was hectic. It was really hectic. But now your host is the one now introducing you to a new life here. And he has a lot. He has a lot of information that you can get from him or her, from that host, whoever is hosting you. He or she has a lot of information on how to survive in US. For like myself, what we did, we applied for school for us. We applied for school and we started, because there is nothing we could have done by then. We started schooling. We went to school still at our host house. We went to school. We did everything. And myself, I started working when we were still at our host place. Our host could go further looking for a house for us, now for an apartment for us. But let me tell you guys, sometimes it's very hard because I know states are very, very different, and it also depends with the state that you are going, or you will stay or you will live. Because like in our state, it was very hard to get an apartment without bills. So we could not have gotten an apartment without a bill. So we had to look all the ways we could get an apartment, and a good one. Yeah, there are others that you won't like, but our host went further to look for a house for us, because actually before the school opened, we really wanted to move, and so that the kids, our children and their children could go to school, because they were not going to the same school. When we applied for the schools, we got different schools, and so we wanted, as the children start school, we start life all together, as they are going to school from their home, and then like that. So we wanted to start life as they start schooling. So we really wanted to move before then, but we were not being pushed to move. So it was like we wanted our kids to, as they start schooling, they start their life all together. So it was awesome. It was awesome. So when we got when you are when you are at your host, I also wanted to say, be a good guest, my friend. Be a good guest. Your host is sacrificing a lot for you. He's really he or she is really sacrificing. So be a good guest. And being a good guest means, my friend, don't just sit, relax, wait to eat and all that. If you are a wife, yes, a woman, help in the house. Yes, you can help in the house. You can cook, you can wash, clean the utensils if they clean them. I know most of the apartment, or actually not most, all of them, they have dishwashers, but not most people use them as to wash dishes. Yes, But if they do that, please help your host, so that when he or she is doing your business, you can also help, so that you can make life easier. You can make life easier for them. As they are taking care of you, remember, their things are now stopping, because they have to take care of you, and they have to look to help you start life all together. So you have a lot to do with your host. You have a lot. So be a good guest. If you have kids like mine, big kids enough to help in the house, let them do that. Not that because they are new here or what, they sit, they watch TV from morning to evening, they eat, they sleep. No, please be a good guest. And being a good guest is showing interest, like you want to know something. If you don't know something, like me, I did not know how to use the washing machine. So could I wait for my host to come and wash my clothes, or should I wait for them to wash my kids' clothes? No, I was shown how to use the machine, so I could get our clothes and all that and wash. Just put them in the machine, wash. Don't wait to be told. Yes, be somebody who want to learn, because even when you go to your own apartment, you don't expect them to come and show you what to do. Yes, you can do it. So start when you are at your host. Yes, show them that you want to know something, you want to learn, and you also want to move. Yes, you also want to move, because there are a lot. There is a lot. So I was saying about them, when we were trying to move, it was still hard. And if you don't have bills, sometimes it's very hard. It's very hard to move to an apartment without a bill, because they want to approve of residents that you belong here and you can manage. Yes, and most of the people, they will say no to you, even if they have a house. I remember back home, nobody cared how many children you have. If you want a one-room house, you'll get it. But here, it's very different. If, like me, I have 3 kids. One is a girl, so I cannot get a 2-bedroom house, because my daughter have to sleep alone, not with the boys. So I needed a 3-bedroom house. A 3-bedroom house for my girl, my boys, and me and my husband. So that's why I'm saying states are very different. So wherever you are going, you will find new rules there. Like now here, that's how it is. If you have 3 children, boys and girls, you have to get a 3-bedroom house. And that's how it is. And you cannot lie, my friend, because you get to that house, somebody will just know that you have this and that. And that goes on like that. So, my friend, I said, you have to be a good guest, my friend. Learn, yes, show interest. Don't be a burden to your host. Please don't be a burden. For once, you have already exhausted him or her a lot from the word go. Because if I remember, like me, now we have 1 year, and I can remember very well what they needed from our host. For one, your host has to show that he or she is capable. Yes, is capable of hosting you until you are stable. Can you imagine? Until you are stable. So if anything happens, your host is answerable. So don't be bad. Don't be a burden. Yes, be a good guest, so that at least your relationship with your host can at least last longer, if not lifetime. But mine, I wanted to last. Yes, I wanted to last, because what they did for us was so much. I know it's only God who can pay us. Yes, it's only God. From the word go, they did a lot. You can imagine a family of 5. and my host has a family too, yes, you are eating there, you are sleeping there, the bills, you are using the electricity. And then we arrived when it was still winter. Yes, it was very cold. So you can imagine. So everything is under your host. So please, be a good guest. I will repeat again, be a good guest. Yes, be a good guest. Yes, if you want to have a smooth transition, please be good. Be good to your host, because he or she will determine your life here in US. I really thank God, because even after we moved, after all what they did for us, looking for a house, looking for a school for our children, making sure that we have everything, because let me tell you guys, we as when we moved to a fully equipped house. Fully equipped house, from the kitchen to the bedrooms. Yes, it was fully equipped, all from our host. Yes, so it was a lot, a lot, a lot. So how can I break that relationship? So also you, my friend, be a good guest, relate well with your host, your children. Like now my children, they really love each other. Both families, we relate so well. We are like one big family all together. So every time, now and then, my host, they want to know if there is anything that we need, where we need help. They always call, they always want to they check on us, just because they don't want us to be disappointed here. They want us to have a good stay in US. And that is how it is. So when you build your relationship with your host, my friend, I promise you, you will find life easy, because when you want to buy something, actually, I tell you the truth, you don't know where to start. And I don't mean food, like something minor, like a cloth. I mean, like if you want to buy, let's say if you want to buy your fast car, you don't know where to start. Your host will help you. How to go about it and all that, and he or she will give you all the information that you need. Yes, and he will help you to go about it. So everything that you want here from your host, you'll get it, as long as you show interest of somebody who want to be a good guest and who want to be assisted. Some of us, we know, some of us, we are Mr. Know it all. I know this, I know that. This is not how we do it. No, this is not where you are. This is where you came. So you found people who knows how things go. Yes. So your life will be so easy when you relate well with your host. So my friend, I've given you a lot about my host, because they did a lot. And those who are preparing to come, I know you have hosts. Please be good to them, and you'll find life very, very easy in America. Yes, I promise you, if you become a good guest, you'll find a good host too. Yes, they will be good to you. Life here, it's easy, but you can make it difficult yourself. Yes, you can make it hard for yourself. So everything that you need, every move that you want to make, and you don't know where to start, make sure you ask for your host assistant. I know they do. So guys, today I wanted to talk about guest host relationship, and I know someone somewhere will get this information. because here we say we want to help someone somewhere and we want to reach as many people as we can. And hashtag in God we trust. Thank you guys. Share my video, subscribe to my channel, and I will be so much humbled, my friend. And until next time, because we'll meet here again. Bye bye.